Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Southbound on 41. We do have a crash right at Highway 145. That's off on the left shoulder, so watch out for that. Beyond that, delays continue down past Good Hope Road all the way to about Capitol Drive. Northbound is slowing down from about Mayfair Road all the way up towards Capitol. We've also got delays on the bypass heading southbound, south of Greenfield Avenue in pockets. Where it really starts to get heavy is just south of National Avenue down and around the Hale onto 894 eastbound. You got backups eastbound 94 as well from the zoo all the way to Hawley Road. Westbound is backed up as well from about 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road as well. And southbound 43, a hefty ride from just before Capitol Drive all the way down to the KK River, with the northbound side slowing down over the high-rise bridge up to Locust. Traffic is brought to you by the Bartolotta Restaurants, providing memorable experiences for nearly 30 years. Get the perfect holiday gift this season, a Bartolotta's gift card. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 38. Tomorrow, sunny, breezy, and mild, a high of 58.
Weather. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
I just don't know what else you were expecting from Jeff Hafley yesterday. You got to defend your guy, right, Chew? You got to go to a podium, you got to defend your guy.
And he did. What if he didn't? What if he said, there's a good chance I'm taking over next year. Can't have this. Getting a little tired of it.
Would
have been spicy.
Would it be spicy? Yes. I think that would also make him somebody that would not be an attractive head coaching candidate elsewhere.
Probably not.
But he did come to the defense. We desperately need this game to happen. Not that it's going to fix anything, but man, the Packers' Twitter isn't necessarily a great place to be on any given day, like just because it's Twitter in general. But man, we got Packer fans going after Packer fans. It is a brutal place to be right now, where everybody's so on edge because the Packers have lost back-to-back games and the offense has been so ugly that everybody is at each other's throats. Like Packer fans going after Packer on Packer crime going on in the Twitter streets right now, Chew. It is ugly. We need a win in the worst way on Sunday.
Well, we need more than a win. We need a.
I'll settle for a win. I'll settle for a win, man. Like let's start at winning, and then we can worry about whatever you're about to say.
We need a 42-7 win. That's what we need, even though I don't think that's going to happen.
I would agree.
How about a 27-17 victory?
Yeah, again, I would take a 13-7. I just take a win.
Right,
we got to start somewhere, right? Like you got to start building somewhere.
Let me ask you guys this: is there anything they could do where you're like, okay,
against the Giants, no
slide, we're back, nothing.
Not against.
So it's not till. Is it? You got to wait until the Lions game?
No. If Matthew Golden has 200 yards on Sunday, you're not going to want me to be on the show on Monday, Chew.
So you're going to be all the way back. You'll dismiss the last 2 weeks.
If Matt, again, that's the line I think. Well, let's be honest. If he has 150 yards.
Hell, so 95 oh, buddy, we got something cooking.
Yeah, let's jog before we sprint.
Well, that's what I was saying with the win. You go to the 42-7 thing. But here is, Chew, what Jeff Hafley had to say yesterday in his press conference about Matt LaFleur and the state of the Green Bay Packers.
Watch, I got confidence that our offense is going to go out, and this is no disrespect to the Giants, and we're going to score a lot of points. I mean, that's one of the best head coaches in all of the NFL and one of the best play callers, who I still hate going against in 2 minutes like we do today, because he's really hard to defend. And they're going to get going. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about what we did against the Pittsburgh Steelers on offense. So everything, we're going to be okay. But I'm not changing how I am, so you can't bring me down today.
You know what that sounded like?
What did that sound like?
A head coach.
Sure did.
Didn't it? I mean, that's the first place I went.
He had multiple things yesterday in his press conference that made you go, whew, and made me go immediately to, since Chewy's mentioned it a million times, about the regret of hiring Ray Rhodes instead of Andy Reid. I started having those thoughts, like, are we going to let the best head coach in the building walk out the door?
Again, it's really good. It's really easy to sound good in a press conference.
It sure is.
Right? And I think,
especially when you're playing well. And defensively.
Yeah, and you're the DC and everyone else is taking arrows.
Yeah.
He's in a good spot.
He's in a really good spot, right? And because, Josh, I don't think you were the only one who had that inclination. But I keep coming back to, like, before we fire Matt LaFleur, like, let's give him a chance. I feel like he's earned the chance to dig his way out of this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the last 6 years haven't gone away. But it seems like, and I went back and I looked at some of the preseason stuff, like from The Athletic, Chew. There was an article from The Athletic that had Matt LaFleur ranked as the 6th best play caller in the NFL. Bruce Arians was on the Up and Adams show with Kay Adams yesterday, calling him one of the best play callers in the NFL. So, like, that doesn't go. Has he been good the last couple of games? Unequivocally, no. But you've talked about it. Sometimes you just get in a funk as a play caller. And he has earned every right to try to dig himself out of it. And I understand, because they're struggling, it's easy to be galvanized by the guy who's responsible for the side of the ball that's playing well. He sounds good. But also, we have to hear from Matt LaFleur 4 times a week. He talks after the game. He talks on Wednesday, talks on Thursday, talks on Friday. We only hear from Jeff Hafley once, right? So that's why I think it's also easy to get galvanized behind him, because you don't hear him all that often. You don't hear the coach speak from him all that often, because he only has to talk once a week versus the 4 times of Matt LaFleur. Like, before we fire Matt, before we get to that, let's give him a chance to try to dig himself out of the hole, because he's dug himself out of holes before.
Yeah. 6, I don't know. I'd have to take it the list. I can tell you this: he's very good at scheming guys open and things like that, which is great. You need that part of a play caller and a play designer on your team. It's just, I'll take flow over anything. You know, when you see a good boxer that sets stuff off and he just doesn't go out there throwing haymakers and he just jabs, it goes 8 rounds, and all of a sudden out of nowhere then he lands a thing. That's the kind of coach I want. It just doesn't feel.
So he taught.
And I'm all for letting him dig himself out of the hole, Gabe. But man, this has got to feel more flowy. It's got to feel more jabby, more instead of the knockout.
So 6 defensive coordinators, defensive assistant coaches from around the league were talked to for this article that appeared in The Athletic on September 2nd this year, and ranked the best play callers. Kyle Shanahan was 1.
Mm-hmm.
Sean McVay was 2. Ben Johnson 3. Andy Reid 4. Kevin O'Connell 5. Matt LaFleur was 6. Todd Monken of the Ravens was behind him. Sean Payton at 8, and Liam Cohen was 9.
I mean, this is based upon his entire resume, but just for this year, I think you got to put Seattle's OC in front of him, right? Right or no?
I mean, but again, it's so easy to be prisoner of the moment and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has a really good resume. And again, I'm not trying to defend the last 2 weeks, Chew, because you can't defend it. You just can't. It's been bad. Dude has fallen in love with bubble screens and trying to get the ball to Savion Williams for whatever reason. Doesn't want to manufacture touches for Matthew Golden, but has gone out of his way to manufacture touches for Savion Williams that hasn't worked. Like, I've got my criticisms of him, certainly. Yeah. But at the same time, like, let's give him a chance before we start lining up Jeff Hafley to be his replacement.
Totally agree. But you know what they say, Gabe? You're only as good as your last game. You know? NFL has a short memory.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't really care what he did 4, 5, 6 years ago. And this is a place with different standards. Okay? No one gives a crap. Well, there's probably some people that give a crap. But I don't give a crap if you finish 13-4, 14-3, and lose in the first round.
I'm proud of you that you've gotten the math right on those.
I know.
I'm proud of you. While. Like it's been a little thing that you've done this season, but again, you've gotten better with realizing that there's 17 games instead of 16
I'll tell you what it is. It's
a
the
tough
odd number. Once we go to 18, it becomes much easier. Odd numbers are tough.
Really? I figured you would be better with the odd number. Once you get to 18, it's too close. Like 6, I figured you would struggle with that once we get to 18.
I am a heads guy. I'm a 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 18's just much easier. But are you with me? I mean, who cares about 14? You know. Gabe, this is not a knock on the Brewers, right? Fantastic season. But in the end, who cares? You lost in the second round of the playoffs.
In the championship round, yeah.
For me, that kind of wipes. And I know the standard is a little different because the way baseball is structured. The standard's a little different in Milwaukee with the Brewers than it is for Green Bay. But you want to hear great coach, Gabe? Marty Schottenheimer. What's he won? He's won nothing. He will always be known as a coach that loses in the playoffs. Will always be known as that.
Yeah, but you have to have some success. Like, you can't diminish the regular season completely. Otherwise, why would we even talk? Why would we even care? Chew, if the regular season doesn't matter the way you're talking, then why would we even give a rip about what happened the last 2 games? As long as they make the playoffs, that's the only thing that matters, and then making a run in the playoffs.
Got to make a run, man.
But if that's truly, but if truly that's the only thing that matters, then why would we care about them struggling for 2 games at home and the offense looking the way it did?
Because Ed Policy's not giving him a contract extension because Ed Policy doesn't give a crap what you do in the regular season. So
that doesn't matter. As long as he makes the playoffs and makes a run.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, you finish 11-6 this year, and you make it in the playoffs, and you Giants this thing. And what I mean by the Giants, being the wild card team and then going on and winning the Super Bowl, who gives a rip? You know?
But the regular season gives us an indication of what you can be in the postseason.
It does.
And that's why
But I can tell you this, Gabe. We all made our predictions yesterday, and I was fairly conservative, but I can tell you what, this is it, man. This is it. I will give you one more chance, and then
Well, done. You shouldn't be. I mean, what do you care about the regular season? Like, they could still win a bunch of games on the back end.
It's not recoverable.
But what if he does recover?
I don't see it. Well, if he does, then hats off to you. But I've seen teams that just, like, you lose an important player, your offense, guys, and then you start to see guys that get hurt and then take 5-6 weeks off. Gabe, I've been in the locker room where guys' cars are packed week 14.
Yeah, but you know who
and
those guys...
Ron would walk out in the parking lot and look, and he'd be like, cut.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of those guys were probably veterans, too. A lot of these guys that would be on that are fighting for their NFL lives.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to have that issue with this team.
Because
it's just not a veteran team.
Let me ask you this. Elton Jenkins, will he be fighting to come back if this team is just barely hanging on? A guy who got snubbed with his contract, moved from guard to center, probably not going to be here next year. No, he's going to sit there and go, I got to get healthy so I can go back to playing guard somewhere else in this league next year.
On the flip side of that, Chew, like he hasn't been good enough this year that, like, I mean, if we're talking about him coming back, we're talking about him coming back in an NFC Championship game or Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, let me
I don't think the Packers would put him there because it's not like he was good enough. You know, like he wasn't good enough at center this year for them to go, we don't care you haven't played football in 2 months. We're going to put you back in the lineup. He wasn't good enough this year.
Gabe, who are you blaming for that? Are you blaming the coaches for doing it?
That's Goody.
Or are you blaming Elton Jenkins? I mean, he goes from a Pro Bowl, one of the better guards in this league, to not a very good. That's on them.
Yeah, that's not on
the
coaching
staff.
That's on the staff and that's on Goody.
Yes.
Like that's the combination of the uppers. That's not on Elton. Elton did what he was asked. Elton was a good team player and did what he was asked, and he just wasn't very good at it.
Let me ask you this, Gabe. What did Josh Myers get paid in the offseason? He didn't break the bank.
$3 or $4 million. It was like 1 year.
Why the hell, with the running attack that they had last year, and that offensive line was considered certainly top 10.
It might have been top 5. I think last year I'd have to look it up, but I believe off the top of my head, I think PFF had them as the number 5 offensive line last year.
So why would you blow it up? Why would you blow it up?
I don't have an answer for you.
I know.
Do not have an answer for you.
But it's not on the player. It's not on Elton.
No.
I mean, you moved him somewhere that didn't work out. That's on you.
Mm-hmm. They didn't think. It turns out it was a gamble that they didn't realize they were taking. They thought that he would be able to transition in just fine, and that was. But again, I'm willing to give, going back to the Matt LaFleur portion of this, you got to give him a chance to dig out of it. I know a lot of people are frustrated. Give him the opportunity to dig his way out of it, and the Packers are going to. Like, there have been plenty of talk in text lines, texts, whether it's messages on YouTube, tweets that I've seen of people frustrated that he hasn't been fired already. Like,
oh God, no! That's just
that's insane.
When they fired McCarthy in the middle of the season.
Oh yeah, and I've seen those as well. Like, they fired McCarthy when they were basically out of it.
That was going to be my question. Is there a point that you would see him being fired? Because I mean, the Mike McCarthy thing to me got to the point where it was like, you've got no option. You're having a mutiny of your own quarterback who has been critical. I mean, how many weeks in a row was he basically saying it's the play caller's fault?
12 weeks? Whatever week it was, that many straight weeks. Like, Rodgers was pretty petulant that entire – because week 4, they won like 26-0 or whatever, the Bills shut them out, and Rodgers was up there complaining at the podium after the game. About the play calling McCarthy. And, they fired McCarthy, which I still believe was the wrong thing to do. Like, show him the respect and allow him to finish the season.
The season was over.
Yeah, the season was over.
Right. It's already gone. You can't fix it.
And that's the thing. Like, firing your head coach is not going to save your season. It's never saved anybody's season.
No.
Maybe you make the playoffs. Obviously, that has happened. But no team's making the Super Bowl with an interim head coach. That doesn't happen.
The only reason you do it is to get a jump.
Yeah.
On the potential candidates, just to get first pick. That's really the only reason you do it.
Yeah,
but still, I don't even see a benefit to that because you really can't hire anyone in that role until the season's over with. So fire them on the last day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
correct. And Ryan from Maguanago, Chewy, wants to know that 11-6 can't happen this year. So just as you get down to 17 games, 11-6 is not possible for the Packers because of the tie.
Oh,
Just when he gets down, the 17 games in his head, they throw in the tie, and now we're back to a 16-game record.
Look, Ryan, I don't need a fact checker. Okay?
I do that enough.
Or I should say, I don't need another fact checker on this show.
Jason Wilde. Coming up next, but if you're looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner, Fifth Third Bank has been shaping the future of businesses for 167 years and for the last 15 right here in Milwaukee. They offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making, and extensive experience to help you navigate the ever-changing business landscape with your business in mind. At Fifth Third, they're big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, yet empowered to make local decisions and build strong community connections. It's experience that commercial banking that only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94 backing up from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backed up from 76th Street to Hawley Road. We are seeing some more delays on northbound 41, basically from North Avenue all the way up to Capitol Drive, then a little bit further up towards Hampton. On the southbound side, we just have delays from 145 down to Good Hope Road, but those delays look like they're pretty hefty, so do give yourself extra time this morning. Traffic is brought to you by Life Navigators Soap and Suds Drive. Your donation of body wash, hand soap, or laundry pods will help local kids and adults with disabilities stay healthy all year. Learn more at lifenavigators.org. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Today, mostly sunny and warm, a high of 60. Tonight, increasing cloud cover with mild conditions, a low of 51. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lake Lawn Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your getaway today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde
Norman.
Attach. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S. and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 59. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
This holiday season, trade the hustle and bustle for a lakeside retreat just a short drive from the city at Lake Lawn Resort. With an award-winning spa, special events all month long, like our Taylor Swift experience, our annual Thanksgiving feast, and of course, the kickoff to our Breakfast with Santa brunch. Be sure to make time with family, friends, or that special someone. Lake Lawn Resort has everything you need to create cherished memories and relive stories of old. Book your holiday escape today at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything truly is better at the lake.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond. From walk-in closets to entertainment centers, our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde is brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Exterior Pros, ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Century Foods. Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
He is our friend. He is our teammate. He is Jason Wilde. Joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, dudes. How we doing?
Doing great. Doing great. How are you? I feel like we don't check in. How are you today? You doing well?
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna miss Jeff Hafley. That's for sure. That was fun yesterday.
What was your biggest takeaway from the back and forth with the future head coach of the Giants?
That his mom is sitting there critiquing his answers and our questions. So I can't wait for the next time I'm able to talk to him off the podium so I can find out if she's ever asked, who's the guy that asks all the long questions that you talk about his sweatshirts?
He sounded very head coachy.
He did, man. I mean, and look, obviously he's been a head coach, and let's be honest, they didn't have a ton of success at Boston College, which, you know, I know is a hard place to win because that school sucks.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he just and look, I understand. You know, we talked about this before that, you know, when the starting quarterback is struggling, the most popular guy in town is the backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like it even happened to Brett when he was struggling in 2000 or 99. And there were actual people that said, hey, we should give this Matt Hasselbeck fella a shot. Which, frankly, Matt Hasselbeck turned out to be a pretty damn good quarterback in the National Football League. But
it happened with Brunell, too, Jason.
Right. Well,
yeah.
It happened with Brunell with the head coach.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
It wasn't the fans. It was Steve Mariucci saving Brett from landing on his butt on the bench. And so, which, again, was the right call. And Mark Brunell went on to a wonderful career in Jacksonville and elsewhere. But I do think we have to be a little bit careful. And I say this as a huge fan of Jeff Hafley, the interview, and Jeff Hafley, the human, that, you know, you always have to be careful what you wish for. And I think they're going to get things straightened out here. I do not think this season is spiraling. And not just because, you know, Hafley gave a pretty good pep talk yesterday. But, I mean, the Packers aren't necessarily better off if they say, you know what, we're going to move on from Matt LaFleur. We're going to promote Jeff Hafley to be our new head coach. Because there is a section of the fan base which feels large, but maybe it's just loud.
I think it's just loud, Jason.
Like I think this is a good idea. And I just think you have to be really careful. And I thought it was great what Jeff said. I don't think he's a dumb person either. I think he knows. I don't think he knew that I was going to post the video of that and tag him as the Packers defensive coordinator / future New York Giants head coach. But like that went. I don't go viral very often, but that went very viral among Giants fans and Giants Twitter. So he's no dummy. He knew that was going to happen. But I loved what he said about LaFleur, which I thought was really smart and supportive of his boss.
Was it truthful, though?
Yes. I don't think
do you really
Matt LaFleur
fear him
sucks.
in 2 minutes? No, I don't either. He's just and Gabe was I don't know, a list came out where he was considered the 6th best.
The Athletic had a poll of defensive coaches before the season, Jason, and LaFleur was ranked the 6th best play caller in the NFL.
And this is what I said, Jason. I'm like, he is very good at scheming guys open. But right now and this year, he just doesn't feel flowy, you know? It's just nothing.
Yeah,
everything feels hard.
Yes, totally agree. Extremely valid point. Now, let me ask you this. How much of that is him, and how much of that is they just seem to have a knack for committing the killer penalty at the worst possible time. Their offensive, I am so spoiled. You know how Packers fans are spoiled by quarterbacks? I am spoiled by great offensive lines, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously my first year, you guys, piecing it together with Boo and the rest of the crew there. It's how that Frankie Winter's fantastic center. Don't get me wrong at all, right? Earl is going in the Packers Hall of Fame this year now. Like Adam Timmerman wound up being a multi-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro. I'm not saying that your guys stunk, but you lose you lose your starting left tackle Ken Rutgers in training camp. Yep. Then you try the rookie who stinks, and John Michaels couldn't be a nicer guy, but he's been a very successful doctor, wasn't as successful as an offensive lineman. And then you end up with the old warhorse Bruce Wilkerson, which I would argue in a totally separate conversation, they need more of those guys on this team. They don't need 30 of them, but they could use 5 of them. But you found a way. But I look at 03 with Tausch and Cliffy and Wall and Rivera and Flanagan. I look at 14 with Bakhtiari, Bulaga, Sitton, Lang, and Lindsley. And I'm not putting them. I'm not enough of a historian of the Lombardi era to be able to say, oh yeah, I'm putting them up there with Fuzzy Thurston and Jerry Kramer and Forrest Gregg and that gang. But during the modern era of Packers football, those 2 lines are the freaking best. And this group ain't close. And I wonder how much that has short-circuited their offense. And then the other part is, and I gotta get a hold of Mike McCarthy today because I keep having that on my to-do list, and then I end up doing other stuff. I really want to know how screwed up the Packers are right now by losing Kraft in the Carolina game, because I just think that you look at what they did in Pittsburgh, you look at what Kraft did in Pittsburgh, you look at Matt LaFleur saying after the Pittsburgh game, and I quote, "We'd be crazy not to," when asked if he wanted to focus the passing game on Kraft, and then 7 days later he loses them for the year. It feels to me like he's searching, and despite all the memes, I think that the best evidence that he was searching is that he's in the back of the bench area with his back to the field trying to figure out what the hell he's going to jot down on his play card so he can get something going offensively.
All right, we'll transition now to Tucker Kraft. Bunch of questions here, Jason. Has he had his surgery? When is he having his surgery if he hasn't? Will they try to sign him to the dollar store discount, which I would tell Tucker Kraft, do not sign it?
No.
What do you see going forward here? Has he had surgery?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't have a close relationship with his agent. I would expect Tom Pelissero to maybe get that, or maybe Domofsky will have it. But my the point is, he's not in the same position that Christian Watson is or was, right? Like Tucker Kraft, first of all, wouldn't have been eligible until after the season for an extension. Second of all, he will be, God willing, he will be back in time for the season, right? The timing of his injury in early November vis-a-vis Watson's injury on January 5th means he'll be, he may start training camp on the PUP, but his timing is a lot more like Rashawn Gary's. Now, hopefully his, production is better than Rashawn Gary's post-ACL, right? But I don't think he's in a position where he has to do that. Like, he will be in a contract year, but he's got a resume now. Like, I know Watson had a 3-game stretch his rookie year, but he was way too inconsistent with his production. They love him. Yesterday he was awesome again. Like, he is so about the right stuff, and it's so weird to juxtapose him against his dad. But Watson was in a position where he needed to take that deal. Tucker Kraft's not in that position. Tucker Kraft's going to come back, and by October of next year, they're going to be trying to get him to sign an extension, and they're going to be trying to get him, trading risk for more money, lower the risk, sign for a good guaranteed amount, but not as much as you could get if you played out the whole season. I would think he'd be more amenable to a deal after what he's going through now, right? Yeah. Especially if he's looking at Aaron Rodgers' house. But at the same time, I think it's really important to point out he is a much more, much stronger position than Watson was when he took the 1-year deal to kind of give him some breathing room.
Wait, he's looking at the 4-bedroom, 7-bath mansion in Hobart?
Yes.
I did not see that.
So when we talked to Micah Parsons about it, now I have not talked to Tucker Kraft about it because unfortunately this came out in the Pittsburgh game. I didn't talk to Tucker the week going into Carolina, and then obviously I haven't talked to him since. But Parsons said, his family wasn't here yet. I think they just got here. But he's like, I'm not in any rush. He's not on Zillow all the time. And he said, I think Tuck is interested in the house too. So and he said he'd gone to see it. So I don't know. It's not on the market. So I don't know if I have to, track down one of my real estate buddies, because I could pretend that it's in my price range and go take a look at it, right?
Just kind of see if Aaron's left anything behind. As far as the game Sunday, what about guys like Matthew Golden, who were was unable to play last week? Is he close to returning? Because if he doesn't play, I feel like the initial characterization of day-to-day has now become week-to-week.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I asked LaFleur exactly that. I'm learning in my old age, do not ask, is there some concern with Matthew Golden? And then he'll say, well, we're always concerned about guys that leave the game with an injury. And then I don't get any information. So after he went out in Carolina, my question on that Monday was, is he day-to-day? And that's when he said he was. And then obviously LaFleur said yesterday that he was close, pretty close, very close, maybe even, he said, to playing against the Eagles. One sign that I always think is encouraging is when an injured player actually bothers to come in the locker room when he knows we're in there, because usually they're smart enough to I got to tell a story, though. This was hilarious. So I go over to Lucas Van Ness yesterday. He comes in the locker room. We got just a few minutes left in our open locker room period. And look, I don't think he has a relationship with any of us. I don't think he enjoys us. I don't think we've been unfair to him by any means, but nevertheless, I go over to him and the TV crew posse is behind me, and I'm like, hey, you got a couple quick minutes? He's like, no, I'm late for treatment, guys. I'm sorry, I got to go. Now, my policy personally is if you don't want to talk, just tell me, no, I'm not going to do it today. Don't lie. And so he says, no, I'm late for treatment. I got to go. And Devontae Wyatt is sitting nearby and says, that's not true. I just saw you in treatment. You're already done with your treatment.
Oh, nice. Sellout. Solid.
Wait, so what did Lucas do?
So I'm laughing. I'm like, look, man, I just need to know how it felt to be back out there. And the TV crews had already left by the time this exchange occurred. And I said, look, I just need to know how it felt. He says, it felt great to be back out there. I said, thank you. I just wanted one sentence. And then he turns to Wyatt and said, you blank, you made me look like an a-hole. And I'm like, and I said to Lucas, fair, but it was really funny. And then, oh my God, Wyatt, I must have been the greatest audience he's ever had, because he was almost literally falling out of his chair in front of his locker, rolling on the floor when I gave him his props for how funny that was. So that's my story time with Jason from the locker room.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
He didn't believe it. Nobody believed it, especially not Devontae Wyatt.
I just saw you in there.
Jason, just real quick, when does the practice window open for Jaden Reed?
Yeah, good question. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after, but he is doing more and more. He's in the locker room a lot. Again, great example. I see him all the time now. I think he's getting close. Again, usually it's about 8 weeks, right, before you can start doing stuff, depending upon how severe the collarbone is, having lived through 2 of them with the quarterback. And he got hurt on September 11th, and today is November 14th. So we should be seeing them open the window pretty soon, and then obviously it's 21 days before they have to activate him.
You think the end of that divisional run, Chicago, might be a good target date?
Yeah, I mean, especially for a Chicago kid, right? Like, I think we have criminally underestimated how much they miss him, right? I mean, the guy's their leading receiver the last 2 years, and we have barely talked about how much they miss him.
Well, and especially if you want yards after catch guys, right? Like, that's what Tucker Kraft was, and I think Matthew Golden can be one of those guys when given opportunities. I just wish they gave him more opportunities, but Jaden Reed has proven that he can be that guy.
Yep. I hope they open the window soon so I can talk to him on the record.
Always appreciate it, Jason. Look forward to hearing you more on Wilde and Tausch coming up at 9 o'clock.
All right, boys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. If you're looking for that perfect gift for that golfer in your life, look, I know it's hard. I'm one of them. We can be hard to shop for, because it seems like we already have everything that we need. But you know what everybody could always use? A little bit of sim time at X Golf inside American Family Field. And you need to take advantage of the Black Friday deal that they'll have going on November 28th through the 31st. 20% off gift cards up to $300. That's right, and that's good for sim time. That's good for all the great things they have going on at X Golf inside American Family Field. And it's a space like you've never seen before. Of course, they've got the 7 state-of-the-art simulators inside X Golf, but a beautiful view inside the ballpark overlooking left field, unlike anything. And look, it's an easy gift. Just swing by on Black Friday, get 20% off gift cards up to $300 at X Golf inside American Family Field.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Things are starting to slow down a little bit more now on westbound 94. A heavy ride from 27th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's backed up from 76th to Hawley Road. Northbound on 41, that's backed up from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh, almost to Capitol Drive. And a hefty ride along 41 southbound from before the county line all the way down to Good Hope Road. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny and warm, a high of 60. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, mild with a low of 51. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Play over 2,000 courses, including the famous one with the green jackets. Book your bay at wisconsinindorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop. Please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, now through Wednesday, save on 3-ounce can McCormick Black Pepper, $3.99. 0.77 to 2.12 ounce selected varieties McCormick Grinders, 2 for $4. 29 to 30 ounce selected varieties Libby's Pumpkin, $3.99. 19.5 to 34 ounce selected varieties Sara Lee Fruit or Cream Pies, $4.99. 10 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty Plates, Bowls, Storage, or Freezer Bags, 2 for $5.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
This holiday season, celebrate where Milwaukee comes together. 3rd Street Market Hall. Whether you're planning a private party, a semi-private gathering, or a festive social night out, we've got the space, the flavor, and the fun to make it unforgettable. With incredible local food vendors, craft cocktails, and built-in entertainment like shuffleboard, games, and more, your group will have a holiday party they'll talk about all year long. Visit thirdstreetmarkethall.com for more information on booking your event.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm going to go with the corn dog, the old corn dog. The corn dog for the
pierogies
birthday.
and borscht all day long.
That's just crazy. Nobody likes borscht, let alone on their birthday.
So good. It's the only thing that makes my mouth water, other than my wife.
On 94.5 ESPN.
One thing that has been kind of bothering me, Chew, maybe not bothering, but I've been curious about, and I wanted to pick your brain about it, being the former player, obviously playing with a Hall of Fame quarterback, is when it initially happened on Sunday, I thought that the 4th and 1 play call was the responsibility of Jordan Love. They were in the 2-minute. They completed the pass. It was inbound, so they're not huddling up. They're quickly going to the line. And in a lot of situations, obviously not everyone, it feels like as a fan that you're kind of taught that in the 2-minute warning, the quarterback has it. Things are happening so fast. Quarterback is calling plays at the line of scrimmage. But after the game, when asked about it, Jordan Love said that was Matt's call. So my question to you is, when did Brett get the reins in the 2-minute offense of, hey, the ball is yours in the 2-minute offense, you take care of it? When was that handed over to Brett?
Well, the headset came about, I'm trying to think what year. I think it was 3 years into my career. So the headset wasn't always there, so he had to handle the 2-minute. And then the headset came into play. And like I said, Andy was the one communicating with him. So as he's running, he would get help from Andy. Certainly in a 4th and 1, he probably would have got it from the sideline. Just because it's
even though you're not huddling up, even though you're getting to the line as quickly as you possibly can. I mean, because it's not like it was a big gain. You know,
Yeah.
it was a 9-yard gain.
Yeah.
So everybody's able to get to the line relatively quick.
He would get a lot of times. He would get the play call when the headset came about in his ears, and it would go as far as to say, you know, look to Free here because he's running the out, and obviously we want the clock stopped. You know, our big thing is we always wanted to try to get the clock stopped in that situation. So you're, you know, obviously telling your running backs, your receivers to get out of bounds, and a lot of times plays would be called, so it would be easier for them to get out of bounds. But sometimes that doesn't happen. But it would come more formationally, Gabe, because the receivers would be bunched on one side.
Yeah.
And we would help them with that. We go, Brett, you got to go trips. It's too long a run for whoever.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, if you started on the left side, Gabe, right? Mm-hmm. And the play is called to the other side, receivers would just flop position. So if Robert was the Z and Free was the X, and Robert wound up on the opposite side, he would become the X in the Z. It was a pain in the ass for me.
Oh, because you're the one.
Because I had to know, which side I'm going to, and a lot of times I'd just tell Brett, if I was on, say, the right side, running a corner route, I'd say, Brett, just run trips, because it takes too much time.
Yeah. So I guess you weren't as surprised when you found out that was a
Matt
LaFleur.
LaFleur.
Okay.
Not on a 4th and 1. Not on a 4th and 1.
Because I hear that, and it's one of those things where they need to let Jordan go. And obviously the head coach wants to have input, especially on a big play like that. It was just a little surprising. And again, the headset always makes things easier because the head coach can get into the ear. But it just seems like there's so much going on, so much chaos, that you would want to kind of leave that in the hands of the quarterback if you can. And I'm not saying like this is an instance of, clearly Matt LaFleur doesn't trust Jordan Love. I was just curious of, why did this happen when I was under the impression of, obviously, the quarterback being responsible in the 2-minute?
It was just, I don't know. See, the thing with 2-minute, and we practice it all the time, and obviously they do because Halfley mentioned it in his press conference, you have to take kind of the chaos out of it. That play, to me, just spelled chaos, right? Mm-hmm. Jordan Love, there's no way after his handing the ball would run with or to where the ball was going. So that, to me, spelled chaos. They were panicky.
Well, because
normally
that play was supposed to go off the left part of the center, right? Like, so he was supposed to run left of the center. But when Josh Jacobs heard, inside zone here, he panicked and he started looking for a different lane just to try to switch something up because he's like, they know I'm running there. I'm going to take the ball and try to go someplace else.
But still, happened. You can't do that. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I understand you, but that's what happened. That's what Josh Jacobs said.
To be fair, where the ball was going got absolutely blown into his face.
No, I know, but that to me is another form of panic. And there's a thing called 4-minute, right? When you are up by whatever,
and you're trying to run the
4-minute drill, right? They know we're running the ball. They got the box loaded,
But you're able to do
still have to be technique assignment. You can't. To me, it just spelled panic from the head coach down to the players. And that shouldn't be that way because you practice it every week. And that's why you practice it, so it doesn't get panicky, Well,
I think it was fine until they called out the play. And I think that's where the panic set in.
Well, the call was the panic. Because if they're calling out the play, it's a stupid call.
But Chewy, the call wasn't panic. The call was comfort. Like, and again, I think it's embarrassing for LaFleur that Ben Solak of ESPN was able to so easily and so quickly dive into film and pull up, 3, 4, 5 other instances where the Packers have gone tempo in a short yardage situation and have run that exact play. And obviously the Eagles, watching film, had realized that. So it wasn't a panic call. It was, this is what we do when it's 3rd and 1. It was a comfort call, like, we're in 4th and 1. Perfect. This is what we run. And he's just gone to that well too many times that the Eagles knew it was coming.
See, when we would go short yardage like that, Gabe, you book the second level. You don't give a crap about the second level, right?
Yeah.
You just move level 1 because all you need is a
yard.
So everything should be, in that situation, tight. You should be shoulder to shoulder with whoever you're combination blocking with. You know what I mean? And then you don't care about the linebackers because they shouldn't be able to make the play. It should just be one mess of a scrum. And moving level 1 to level 2. It's just, that thing was a disaster from the word go.
Yeah.
So,
live
and learn, I guess.
Well, because I don't know if the sideline knew that the Eagles knew the play.
Yeah.
I feel like Jordan should have called the timeout. Like, if I'm blaming Jordan for anything now, it's just, okay, but he was like, well, there was a light box. I'm going to run the football. Once they knew it, I think maybe you just take the timeout and reassess.
There's a part of me that feels like that's been a message. Even if we think
light box, run the football.
Even if we feel like they're cheating to where that might be, we have the numbers advantage. We need to run it.
How many times have we heard Jason say, you get what you emphasize in the NFL?
Yeah.
And it feels like that's been an emphasis for the Packers. Light box, run the football.
Why doesn't Jordan Love sneak the ball?
He did.
He has.
Why they didn't there.
Yeah, I mean, he did, and then they got called for the false start.
Yep.
Even though the Eagles did the same thing, didn't get called for the false start.
Yeah.
But they did the one time. And honestly, we might see that more because Tucker Kraft used to be that quarterback sneak guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they have anybody else they would want in that situation, that they trust in that situation, other than Jordan.
I don't get it, because when Tucker Kraft does that, the world knows what they're doing,
and they still
get it.
Right. I mean,
and they still get it.
It's the tush push.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what's happening, and they're not going to stop it because of the way the plays run. The Eagles are the best at it, but it's also probably the highest success rate of any play in all the NFL in terms of anybody running a sneak. You rarely see them get stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering the mechanics. I'm glad you cleared that up for us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Joshy shared this. I had seen it yesterday. I was hoping to ignore it. It's really weird, Chew. We'll dive into that very briefly coming up next. It's Black Friday at Ewald Automotive Group, and it's their biggest event yet. Shop vehicles up to $10,000 off, 0% financing, 0 down. They'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. The biggest savings event of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, and a huge selection. Black Friday is back now at every Ewald location. All you need to do is head to ewaldauto.com.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
This season, the Bucs are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucs podcast, narrated by Bucs legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucs on the Bucs Plus audio network. Behind the Bucs is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucs.com/plus, the Bucs app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Third-year tight end Luke Musgrave has been thrusted into a bigger position after the Packers lost star tight end Tucker Kraft to a season-ending ACL injury after a loss to Carolina 2 weeks ago. Packers Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich evaluates Musgrave first game as the starter.
He did a good job for the most part. I'd like to see, him just keep taking steps forward. The one big thing for him is just going to be keep being a force in the run game, and how can he just help us in that area?
The Packers look to get the run game going and the offense back on track Sunday at noon against the New York Giants. Packers 7.5-point road favorites.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at Bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
363.
What's that?
The number of yards they gave up on the ground against the Philadelphia
It's a
Eagles.
Bible verse, John 3:63. Look it up. Tell us what it
I
says.
thought it was Joe 363, and it was "Thou shalt not get past me on the line of scrimmage."
On 94.5 ESPN.
Let me tell you about our good friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, because when it comes to your home, the smart play, trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella, like I did with our brand new front door at our house. Maybe you need a door, maybe you need windows. This month, score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest up to 72 months. Think about that, 0% interest up to 72 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable. Thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Chewy, clearly 2025 has been the year of AI and the way it just has progressed and the way that people are using it. And look, there are certainly good uses for artificial intelligence, right? I think that there is a good use for it. It can make, some people's jobs more efficient. Joshi uses it on a regular basis here when trying to organize some of the ideas that we have, putting together the show and keeping it organized. So certainly there are good ideas. And then there are also really bad ideas. This would be a segment that would more benefit our YouTube watchers versus the radio listeners, but you can still hear what we're about to show you. So this was making its rounds on social media yesterday. I think whoever came up with this is a relatively known person, Joshi. I guess I don't know who this guy is.
I believe he's affiliated with other companies, and this is another one of his.
Okay. But he has come up with an idea. I guess it's just an app where you can talk to and ostensibly have some sort of relationship with members of your family who have passed away, which I feel is manipulative. I feel is a terrible idea. But they use the example here of a woman taking a video of her mother through the app, and now her mother, her child's grandmother, because she is pregnant in this advertisement. It's creepy. It's freaky. I think this is a terrible idea. This is not what we should be using AI for. Josh, roll a little bit of the clip that was making its rounds on social media.
He's getting bigger. See? Oh, honey, that's wonderful. Kicking like crazy.
He's listening. Put your hand on your tummy and hum to him. You used to love that.
feels like he's dancing in there.
Oh, honey.
Mom, would you tell Charlie that bedtime story you always used to tell me?
That is weird.
That right? This is. It just feels manipulative. It feels a way for you not to handle your grief, not to deal with things that happen in actuality. Like, that's not a real relationship that you have. That is an image of your mother or whomever. This seems like the worst possible idea and use of AI. Like, I could not get over seeing this yesterday and thinking how dumb this is.
Yeah, that is kind of, it's creepy, like you said.
Like, as much as I would love to have a relationship or even to talk to, like for example, I'll just use this as an example. So I love golf, right? Like, golf is a huge part of my life. I've talked about this on the tee with Stephen Watson about how family is a big reason for that. Like, my grandfather was huge into golf, and I thought of him the first time I played the old course, like how cool it was. He never made it over there to play, but this is the home of golf, and it was a really emotional thing for me. And I would have loved to have been able to call my grandfather and have a conversation after playing that round. But he passed away almost 20 years ago now, Chew.
Yeah.
Like, and it would just be weird to be able to go, oh, yeah, no, I can talk to not my grandfather about this, because that's not what that is. That is. It just feels emotionally manipulative and a way for people to not actually deal with their real problems. I think this is such a terrible idea.
It is so, because my mind immediately went to virtual Thursdays with the Blammer.
Sure.
And to still have virtual when he, eventually. That's kind of, ain't my deal. Ain't my deal. I had a weird experience the other day. I had to go to the dentist, and you know how they call and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was actually talking to a person.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I was talking, and then there would be a pause, and then her response, and then I asked a question, and it got stuck because she wasn't answering my question. And
because they weren't, the AI wasn't ready for the Chewy questions, right? Like, they're ready for the standard everyday person questions. They weren't ready for the Chewy questions.
No. And then I was like, what's your problem? Well, I don't have a problem. And I finally, I'm a little slow. I finally figured out that it was AI after I got off the phone, and I'm like, I had a great opportunity to just mess with AI for a while.
And it turns out you did. You just didn't know. You just didn't realize you were doing it.
I had no idea. Well, Joshy, didn't you do the one thing with Brusque one time? Was it Brusque?
Well, they did.
Where he was interviewing someone, but it wasn't really him. It was AI.
So they did KBN. They had been, for a little bit on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? They were having guests, question askers. Like I did it one time. Joshy, I'm sure you did it one time. And then one time they decided, what if we had, we fed chat, I don't know if it was ChatGPT or whatever, like the audio of Ben, and then recreate Ben's voice through AI and have AI ask Ben the questions as Ben.
Creepy. So let me ask you, Gabe, with the growth of AI, are you more convinced and worried that computers eventually are going to take us over
100%.
and go Terminator on us?
Yeah, especially when I see videos like this. Because while the three of us, I feel, agree that this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
This is going to make this guy so much money. Like, so many people are going to buy into this crap.
The problem now, people are going to use it as scams.
Then that's the other thing.
You actually see a video of talking to whoever, trying to see.
It makes me very uncomfortable.
I
think we should universally reject this in the similar way everyone seemingly rejected Tom Brady cloning his dog. and even then, the Tom Brady cloning his dog seems tame in comparison to...
See, you guys, you make fun of me, but you're really going to regret not being a computer idiot like I am. I don't want to know more. I don't want a debit card. I want cash.
Okay, that's...
Yeah, no, same thing, Gabe.
Debit card and computer nerd, not the same thing.
No.
Not the same thing.
Living in a bubble is not bad. It's not.
I mean, there are times I'm jealous of you in your bubble. Yeah, there's absolutely times I'm jealous of you in your bubble.
Sure.
If that makes you feel any better. We do need to dive back into Green Bay Packers talk. We do that in 2 minutes here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Hey, East Milwaukee listeners, Josh DiMaggio here from my friends at Wanna Parlay, my favorite daily fantasy sports app with the absolute largest payouts on parlays. You've heard me talk about them before, but it's football season and it is time to play. I'm looking at an anytime touchdown four-way parlay with Jalen Waddle to score, Josh Jacobs to score 2 touchdowns, Woody Marks to score a touchdown, as well as Jordan Addison. Here's what you should do. Download the Wanna Parlay app, cook around, and when you decide to upload money to play and get into the action, use promo code JGC for a 100% deposit match for up to $250. Download the Wanna Parlay app, use promo code JGC, and let's play the world's richest parlay today. You must be 18 years or older to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER today.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
All right, westbound on 94 has got some tight squeezes going on from just before 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Back on the brakes in Waukesha County heading past Elm Grove Road. Looks like we got a broken down vehicle off on the left shoulder right at the county line. And then beyond Calhoun heading out towards Brookfield Road. So just give yourself a little extra time there. Eastbound, we've got backups from 76th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Northbound on 4394, we got some backups right off of the Plainfield curve up towards Oklahoma Avenue. And then more delays from Fond du Lac Avenue up towards north. Southbound 43 starting to pack in a little bit. Just south of Capitol Drive heading down towards Locust. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, warm with a high of 60. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, mild with a low of 51. Weather is brought to you by Good Health Saunas. Feel better, recover faster, and relax deeper with your own in-home infrared sauna. Visit their showroom in Waukesha or go to goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You want in on the autumn action at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee? Of course you do. With $300,000 in prizes, who wouldn't? November 1st through the 20th, play with your rewards card for entries. Thursdays, pick your win from a prize board. At the end of the night, all leftover prizes go to one winner in a jackpot drawing. Autumn action. It's going down at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Craig Carmison on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content, and winning campaigns. From websites to video and everything marketing, visit SaturnLounge.com to tell the world your story.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Chewy, I got to know, because earlier this week you weren't feeling great about this game coming up, Packers taking on the Giants Sunday at noon. Again, get ready for the game, Green Bay Game Day. Myself, Alex Strofe, John Anderson, Brian Bulaga have you covered from 9 until noon on Sunday morning. But you were thinking about taking the Giants. You weren't sure who you were going to take. Now that you've been removed a little bit longer, now that we are getting closer to the game, are you still there? You don't know who you're going to take? Or who are you leaning towards?
I put my pick in. 17-3. I still think the offense is I just still think they're flat, even if Golden does come back. I think the uncertainty on the offensive line will affect play calling. Not big on Sean Ryan, even though he did play pretty well when he filled in.
I feel like he can't be
Jenkins when he went.
Like, maybe he's as bad as Elton Jenkins, but I feel like he can't be worse than Jenkins.
He just holds too much. He holds too much in this 3-4 world. But they're a 4-3 team, right?
Yes.
See, when I played, I think 30 of the teams were 4-3. right?
Okay.
As opposed to a 3-4. Carolina and Pittsburgh were the only ones that ran the 3-4. The thing with the 3-4 is you most times have a center. I mean, a man on the center's head a lot of time, or shaded. 4-3, you don't, right? So you're more of helping out either way, which helps him in this situation because there's not anyone on his head that he would have to attack immediately because I think he likes to hold. So I guess think there's going to...
Technically, they are a 3-4.
They are.
But again, Chewy, 3-4, 4-3 doesn't matter in today's NFL because it plays nickel 75% of the time. So it's basically two. I mean, we went through this last year, right? When Jason was talking about this, or 2 years ago when he was talking about it with Joe Barry. And, well, it's basically, the linebackers are basically defensive ends. Then you've got your 2 down linemen, and because you've got the extra defensive back. So everybody's basically going, 25% of the time, maybe they go with Dexter Lawrence lining right up over, Sean Ryan, but 75% of the time they're going to be a nickel.
But here's what they do defensively. You always identify the weak link, and he would be the weak link, correct? So they're going to put him to a test not only with the blitz, but...
Sadly, and I don't want to have this. I don't want to have this debate. Too,
I know, but I'm just saying.
Sadly, I don't know if he is the weak link. We could have a debate between which 3 of the interior. I feel good about the outside spots. I feel good of again. He's, obviously Zach Tom's one of the best right tackles in the league, and he's had his health issues, but he's still been really good for the Packers this year over on the left side. Even though he's not going to be here next year, he's been solid. It's been the middle 3, I think, that have been the biggest issues for the Packers. And I don't know who's been the biggest issue.
And that's why I would hope that LaFleur learns from the Pittsburgh game where they started off trying to establish the run and then figured out, hey, this is one of the worst defensive backfields in all of football. Let's throw the ball. I hope he comes out in this game and says, you know what, we're establishing the pass to set up the run, right?
That's just tough because this team is so bad at stopping the run. The one thing they do well is getting after the passer.
Yeah.
They've got some guys that kind of scare you in terms of rushing the passer. Brian Burns already has 11 sacks in 10 games.
Yeah. No, I know. I think they're going to struggle running the ball with the offensive line that they're going to put out on the field. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, in normal circumstances, look, and I said it, if they beat Carolina by whatever, and then lose to Philly the way they did, this wouldn't concern me as much. And how many times have you seen it happen, Gabe? Team fires a coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Backup quarterback playing. How many times do those teams wind up beating a better team that week? And then they suck the rest of the year, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
but
again,
they
that's
get
what
galvanized
happened that's what happened a couple of years ago when they played the Giants. Tommy DeVito comes in. They win. The Packers were victims of the interim coach bump back in 2011 after the Chiefs had fired their coach. I think Romeo Crennel took over in that game, and that was the one game they lost in the regular season. Yeah, you've seen it before.
Yeah, if they were playing this team in 3 weeks, I'd be like, all right, this is a 34-7 type game.
The problem is, I just honestly don't know how the Giants can score points.
Yeah. I mean, unless Jameis just does Jameis stuff.
Wan'Dale but who's he throwing the ball to? Wan'Dale Robinson?
Yeah, I mean,
but hold on, Gabe. Look what Carolina did. Now, granted, they rushed the ball, but they threw for 100 yards, 100 flipping yards, and won the game.
When you play like the Packers offense, one bad play for the defense or one blown coverage could lead to points that is a difference maker. What I'm really afraid of when it comes to it's less to do with Jameis and the Giants offense. It's that the one place the Giants are bad at is run defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to confirm to Matt LaFleur he should double down on it. And it's going to be more effective than it was against the Eagles, but still not very effective. But we're going to get caught in a loop where they run the ball too much, they aren't challenging downfield, and they think, like they have before, we can get out of here with a win if we just score enough points and let our defense do most of the heavy lifting.
So let me ask both of you guys, is there anything they can do in this game that would make you feel like, all right?
I think at this point it's gotten to the point of we have to have serious concerns about the offense moving forward. Will I feel better and say, oh, this is something to build off of? Sure. But to erase what I've seen between the Eagles game, what I've seen the Dallas game, what I've seen the Browns game.
Well, they scored 40 points against Dallas.
Right, but that was the defense then not being able to work. So they've had too many instances. I mean, hell, the Bengals game, now when you go back and look at that in retrospect, that was pretty ugly. They got to win, and it counts in the win record. The Washington win, now almost as meaningless with how bad that team is.
What about next week? In Minnesota, or it's at home, right?
Next week is home versus Minnesota.
Yeah.
Is there anything that can happen there after a Packers win?
Well, it depends. It depends upon how you stack it, right? Like if you stack it back to back, especially as respected as Brian Flores is across the league, like if you put something out there that you can build off of in the Giants game, and then start to stack those successes, to use a Mike McCarthy term, like that's how you turn it around. But the problem is right now is the offensive line. As much as we hand-wring over, and you brought this up, Chew, like in the four-minute offense, everybody knows you're running the football. A lot of times they might even know where you're running the football. Doesn't matter. You do it. And it's going to be tough for the Packers to have the offensive success they want. Like Matt LaFleur could call the perfect play, and the offensive line's going to blow it up. Right? And again, I'm not trying to alleviate any of the pressure or blame from Matt LaFleur, because again, there are plenty of examples over the last 2 weeks of him making bad decisions and making bad play calls. But unless the offensive line can actually start playing better, none of it actually matters.
No, I agree. I agree, because I mean, these next two games, fine. You should win them. I think they will win them. To me, it's all about Detroit on Thanksgiving. It's like, okay, how do you look? And I think we'll either be able to say, they got a shot to win it all. It's probably not as good as it was at the beginning of the year, but they got a shot. Or you're going to say, this team is toast. Right? And you're right, Gabe. It's from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah,
not defense.
And honestly, for me, it's the offensive line. Like to overcome the loss of Tucker Kraft, who's one of your true blue chip players, the offensive line just has to play better.
The one thing that we've sort of not really talked about, because there wasn't many opportunities for it, was just how Matt LaFleur's decision making had affected so many previous games. And that, to me, is the one thing that I have in the back of my head that I'm still scared about in close games, in big situations where he's going to make the wrong decision that ultimately leads to a loss.
Because there doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason behind any of it.
It is.
And that's the problem.
It is firing from the hip personified. Just whatever at that moment, however it feels. And then sometimes if we call a timeout, it might actually change. I might have a different idea than I had prior to that timeout. And there's really no rhyme or reason.
What happened
why.
against Carolina? Well, that's what happened against Arizona. But there was a rhyme or reason behind it. The quarterback looked pissed.
Don't know if that's the right rhyme or reason.
Hey, look, it doesn't matter. It's better than not having any rhyme or reason at all. I would agree with you.
But this 7 weeks ago, this game for me was like, all they got to do is show up in the tunnel and project that they're going to stomp the Giants, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Because of the way the season started.
But now you got to start. Like all these games are important. You got to start looking better. You got to start stacking and stacking and stacking.
I'm just wondering what kind of life the Giants are going to come out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
They'll probably come out as good as they can, because Jameis is that kind of guy.
Yes, I think they're going to rally around. Especially, I don't know how they feel about Kafka. I know that literally to a man, anybody who's ever played with Jameis loves Jameis, and I think that they will play hard for him. The problem is, like, if Jeff Thomason plays hard, Chew.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's cool. Good for you for playing hard.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they're just so beat up on
Why
the
are you
offensive
taking
side.
my guy JT out?
Well, because I used a name that would be recognizable to you.
Okay.
I decided to make my example for an audience of one.
So that's kind of like Bo Melton playing receiver.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice that he caught the ball for a 6-yard gain.
Good for you, man.
That's where we're at?
That's where the Giants are at in terms of their offensive talent. Like they had very few offensive talented players to begin with, and now their top three are all gone. Their quarterback, running back, and their wide receiver.
Okay.
That's where they're at. We are going to quiz Chewy on what he said throughout the course of the week. We can reach you coming up next. But if you want to boost culture and have a captivating corporate event like an appreciation party, brand activation, and more, you need to contact my friends at Events by Design. Just search online, Events by Design. Creative team Events by Design truly enjoys the work they do, believing every event should not just be successful, but fun. One people are still talking about years later. So retain that top talent by investing in your culture today, because for over 25 years, Events by Design has helped companies execute successful events. Just search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got some delays southbound on 41 right past Good Hope Road as per usual. And then it back on the brakes back from Silver Spring down past Hampton. Northbound slowing down from Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. And then we've got eastbound 94 pretty much the same as before. 76th Street all the way to Holly Road. Westbound's tightening up from 27th Street to Holly Road as well. Traffic is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny and warm, a high of 60. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, mild with a low of 51. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lake Lawn Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your getaway today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit-style, thick, crispy, unapologetically screamin'.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
This holiday season, trade the hustle and bustle for a lakeside retreat just a short drive from the city at Lake Lawn Resort. With an award-winning spa, special events all month long, like our Taylor Swift experience, our annual Thanksgiving feast, and of course, the kickoff to our Breakfast with Santa brunch. Be sure to make time with family, friends, or that special someone. Lake Lawn Resort has everything you need to create cherished memories and relive stories of old. Book your holiday escape today at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything truly is better at the lake.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Feel better, recover faster, and relax deeper, all from home. Infrared saunas from Good Health Saunas use safe, radiant heat that warms your body from the inside out, helping flush toxins, improve circulation, and melt away your stress. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. I've had my Good Health sauna for a few years now, and I use it almost every day. My skin's clearer, I sleep better, and I feel amazing. Stop by the Good Health Sauna showroom in Waukesha to see the models in person, or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
This fall, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-service beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I mean, this world is geared towards women. Like, what do we
I
get?
am stepping away from this. Goodbye.
Like, what do we get? They get a comb that dries your hair. We get a stupid razor.
Hey,
I mean, what's the coolest thing we get? They get the hair dryer?
Control.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Cheez-It, the legendary snack cracker, now available as a frozen pizza. Each crust a giant original Cheez-It flavored cracker. It's, again, square shaped, because that's what Cheez-Its are. So it's a square pizza, ultra thin, super crispy, and because it's made by Palermo's, you know you can trust the sauce, the toppings. They're going to complement that Cheez-It flavor perfectly. Great flavors like Italian 4-cheese, cheddar jack supreme, and pepperoni. Plus, it's got one of the shortest bake times. You go from freezing to cheesing in as few as 8 minutes. Find Cheez-It frozen pizza in your favorite grocer's frozen pizza section.
Think you know the show better than the average ESPN Milwaukee fan? Now's your chance to prove it. It's time to play The Week in Reach-You.
All right, big guy, we got 5 questions here that are accompanied by audio clips. We quiz you on things you said throughout the course of the week, see if you remember them. 3 right, you win. 3 wrong, you lose. How do you feel going into this week's Week in Reach-You?
Solid. I feel solid.
All right, Josh, let's go with the audio clip for question number 1.
It was a joke. It was a very good joke. It wasn't even a dad joke.
It was literally apropos of nothing.
What was the joke?
What joke did you decide to halt the show with and tell everyone earlier this week?
It was a Polish joke. It was, which one was it, though? It was a Polish joke. Not leaves in the trees. Hold on.
Wait, you've got a whole Rolodex of Polish jokes?
Yeah, I got
This is your material?
That's kind of exactly the road I hoped this was going down.
Which joke did I tell? You want to hear the leave joke?
No.
Oh, it's the light bulb. Light bulb. There we go.
Correct. That is correct.
You know how I know that? How it came to me?
How did it come to you?
Because we got Angie's family who are going to be staying at the lake house, and she stopped by there a couple weeks ago, and the battery detector, which is a very annoying in our bedroom, is going off because of the battery.
The battery with the smoke detector. Sure,
that's how I got there. So it takes 2 people to change the smoke detector battery like a light bulb.
The same thing. Okay. All right, question number 2, Joshy, because that makes me uncomfortable and want to move on as quickly as possible.
And then they rebranded. Their rebranding is so big right now. Good and bad. It's the in thing.
What company name do you say wrong and claim it's due to rebranding?
Nike. Why don't you guys believe me on that, number 1?
Which year would they have rebranded?
I got my first pair of Nikes in 6th grade. So that would have been, how old are you in 6th grade?
Like 12.
Josh, is that right?
I think that's about right. I don't know.
All right, so 1969 I was bored, plus 12, 71. No, sorry. 81. In 1981, it was called Nike. Google it.
I have before. And I believe just people on the East Coast, some people on the East Coast would just call it Nike because they didn't realize it was Nike. But it's always been Nike.
Okay. What sounds better? I think Nike does.
Just that's what you grew up with, thinking that's what it was.
1 syllable is always better than 2. Okay. Just is.
All right. Can you pull that? Is 1 syllable always better than 2? Let's go ahead and throw that on the Infinity Exteriors poll. All right, but you're off to a good start. 2 for 2. Let's see if you can.
He's going to get it.
Oh, wow. Josh, you already calling
it. It's going to be a clean sweep.
That you're going to sweep
happened earlier in this program, and it made me go, oh, no.
I love it.
Question number 3, Joshy.
Coach fired. I mean, how many times have you seen a coach fired and the team is galvanized?
What word did you try to say there?
Galvanized.
Oh, wow.
Did I already say that
He
this
said
morning?
galvanized, I believe, in the previous segment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was already too late. I had already written the question. I knew.
He already had the audio clip. Couldn't pivot away from it. Oh, wow. So we're 3 for 3. Let's make it 4 for 4.
Well, if it was so good, they would serve it at restaurants, which they don't. Turkey.
Jeez. I didn't even have to answer. I didn't even have to ask the question. What food doesn't get served at restaurants because it's not that good?
It's a no-brainer. Are you with me?
That has been a take of yours for quite some time.
The first time I've heard it.
It's the correct take. Right?
I can't think of many places I've seen that have a turkey offering.
About the only place that you will, I think, is like a diner, like a really old-fashioned greasy spoon
Like a
diner.
blue
they'll
plate
have
special?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll have like some sort of turkey dinner with like mashed potatoes and peas.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're 4 for 4. Joshy thinks you're going to go 5 for 5. Let's see if you can do it. For the only other time you went 5 for 5.
Yeah.
Joshy cut the clips, but Will wrote the questions. So the only other time you've gone 5 for 5, it was blamed on now full-time Will.
Okay.
Let's see if you can go 5 for 5.
Which drives my wife absolutely crazy.
Which of the many things that drive your wife nuts did you tell us about this week? See, this is
Breathing?
tough. This is breathing.
Drives her absolutely nuts. Well, like the Polish jokes. This is a laundry list. What day was that?
This was also on Wednesday. This was part of our Wednesday conversation.
So something must have happened for me to bring it up on the show. Drives her crazy? I have no idea.
You're going to give up? You're going to tap out?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Blammer getting drinks from getting your mail.
Oh, yeah.
Your neighbor gets your mail while you're gone down in Florida.
Yeah.
Instead of putting it in the house, he holds it hostage.
He does. Yeah.
So he
Which
can
is
come over
actually,
and get a drink.
It's a real good move on his part, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody well, nobody but your wife, I think, blames him for the move.
Yeah.
I think everybody else understands the move. Your wife probably even understands the move, just doesn't want him to pull that move.
And we're talking packages too, Gabe. We're not just talking mail. He'll come up with 4 or 5 boxes in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? You know?
Yeah, that was around the turkey conversation.
So what do? I got to send her shopping Saturday afternoon?
If that's when you're coming back, yeah. Because if I know one thing about the Blammer, he is going to be looking to cash in that drink as soon as
ASAP.
possible. He ain't waiting. He ain't waiting for a Blammer Thursday. This is bonus. You're back. He's coming over on Thursday.
Yeah.
He ain't bringing the mail. He's bringing the mail sometime before Thursday.
Yeah. I don't think I even have to send her shopping. All I have to say is, hey, Blammer's bringing the mail up. I'm gone.
Yeah. I was about to say, you don't even have to distract her. You just have to let her know what's happening, and she's going to want to be out of the house.
Okay.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you're making that plan to propose to that special someone in your life, you already know what I'm going to say. Yeah, you need to go to the Jewelry Center. The helpful team that Dean the Dancing Machine has put together over there at the Jewelry Center, always going to point you in the right direction. Whether you have an idea and just want to take a look at the inventory that they have in Greenfield, Brookfield, or in Burlington, or online at shoptjc.com, or if you bring in ideas from like her Pinterest page, they're always going to make sure that dream ring becomes a reality, whether it's a naturally mined diamond, a lab-grown diamond. The Jewelry Center is always going to have you covered, just like they've helped me over the years. Again, when it was time for me to get that engagement ring, there was only one place I was going to trust, and that was always going to be the Jewelry Center. Stop by Greenfield, Brookfield, or in Burlington, or online, shoptjc.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got some delays southbound on 41 right past Good Hope Road as per usual. And then it back on the brakes back from Silver Spring down past Hampton. Northbound slowing down from Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. And then we've got eastbound 94 pretty much the same as before. 76th Street all the way to Holly Road. Westbound's tightening up from 27th Street to Holly Road as well. Traffic is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no-tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny and warm, a high of 60. Tonight, increasing cloud cover, mild with a low of 51. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lake Lawn Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your getaway today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Forget counting calories. It's time to count something else, like how many dining specials are going on at Potawatomi Casino Hotel this month. Hey, it's Jen Latta. Joining me today is Sarah Neubauer from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Sarah, it sounds like you've got some incredible dishes lined up this month.
We sure do. November is one of our favorite months because we get to celebrate Thanksgiving and Native American Heritage Month with some really special dining experiences.
Okay, let's start with the big one, Thanksgiving Day. What is on the menu this year at Dream Dance Steakhouse?
Dream Dance is hosting a full Thanksgiving Day feast on Thursday, November 27th. We're serving up a true classic turducken along with all the fixings, mashed potatoes and gravy, sweet potato casserole, stuffing, green bean casserole, ambrosia and Waldorf salads, orange cranberry compote, and of course, pumpkin pie to finish it off.
Well, that sounds like a very well-rounded Thanksgiving meal. And what will the cost be?
It's $45 per person, and we definitely recommend making reservations since this one's filling up fast.
Yeah, no surprise there. Now, you mentioned Native American Heritage Month. What are some of the special dishes guests can enjoy throughout November?
We're honoring the month with special menus at Potawatomi Marketplace and Sportsbook. You'll find a braised bison plate, a hearty bison chili, and even a fry bread pudding for dessert, all inspired by native flavors and ingredients.
That sounds amazing. And it's great to see you celebrating culture through cuisine. I also heard there's something fun happening at the Gilded Cleaver.
Yes, all November long, the Gilded Cleaver is serving the Gobbler Sandwich. It's basically Thanksgiving dinner in a sandwich form. We're talking carved roast turkey, cranberry chutney, stuffing, horseradish Dijon, and a side of gravy for dipping.
A sandwich with a side of gravy? Now that is a genius move. Where can everyone go to learn more?
Potawatomi.com.
That's POTAWATOMI.com. Thanks, Sarah. St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra, superior light beer, as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Dugout 54 Milwaukee, Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenney's Lake Country, and Brat Stop in Kenosha. Please enjoy responsibly.
It's Friday, and that means it's time to check in with GKB President Craig Karmazin.
Has any market been as consistent where they only have one team than Wisconsin? We know Chicago hasn't been.
No. Fridays with Mo.
Yeah, but until you win a championship, you can't really say that. And they've had one champion.
Chewy, we're going to just create an AI. The AI Chewy can just bring up championship. We don't even need Chewy.
They've had one championship.
What, it's going to be put like a hologram over there?
Yeah. Craig Karmazin on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content, and winning campaigns. From websites to video and everything marketing, visit SaturnLounge.com to tell the world your story.
Always love catching up with Good Karma Brands founder, CEO Craig Karmazin each and every Friday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Chewy. Are you excited for the momentous occasion tonight? The big video, everything. It'll be really a celebration unlike any other, or maybe like the one we had for Chris Middleton, but a little less.
What is it?
I mean, you're a Boston guy. You know what it is.
Patriots won last night?
No. No.
He has no idea.
Come on. Pat Connaughton returned to Milwaukee.
Oh.
One of the key cogs in the breaking the 50-year drought of the championship.
And he's getting a video tribute?
I mean, he better.
I can't imagine.
Wait.
I can't imagine.
Oh, bite your tongue.
They're going to give him a video tribute?
I have thought that the Bucks should do video tributes for like Kendall Marshall, like for just about like anybody who's been on the team, because I think culturally they've had an impact and they've committed to the culture. But Pat Connaughton's a no-brainer for a video.
No. The only one that
Put it on the
would.
poll.
Who was the enforcer when they won it all?
PJ Tucker.
Now, he should, I would say he was instrumental in them winning the championship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pat Connaughton, not so much.
Wait, are you kidding me?
He played a fairly significant role coming off the bench.
He led the NBA Finals in three-pointers made.
That is the equivalent of the next reunion we have for Super Bowl 31 giving Travis Jervey a video tribute.
No.
Yes.
No, he would be like I'm trying to probably like Mike Mike Pryor.
He'd be like Don Beebe.
Biebs. He'd be like Pryor.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he's more important than Biebs.
No. What?
More important than Biebs.
Probably.
What's the most points Pat Connaughton's ever scored in a Bucks game?
No, how about Game 5 NBA? Let me just look it up. NBA Finals.
He had almost a 40-point game last year. Yeah, before he left.
Okay, so Game 5, which was the pivotal game, right?
Yes.
It was the only game in that series that the road team won a game. And so it really was the game that swung the series. In that game, Pat Connaughton made 4 of 6 3-pointers, played 33 of the 48 minutes, 14 points, 6 rebounds in the pivotal game that swung the series.
I like Gabe's comp of Mike Pryor commitments.
PJ Tucker was so important defensively throughout that whole run. But, I mean, Pat Connaughton, he was scoring at another level and contributing at an absolute another level.
Mike Pryor had an interception in the Super Bowl.
Yep. And I think he fair caught some punts. That feels about right. Yeah.
You're
Role
crazy,
player.
Chewy.
Craig, are you afraid of AI?
Wait. Just listen to this real quick. Game 1, 2 3-pointers.
We're losing
2, 4,
listeners by the barrel full right now.
Pat Connaughton video tonight.
Perfect.
Only if they show a highlight of him jumping past somebody shot faking on a corner 3.
That's rude. All right, I
did that more than anything else.
I am fearful of what AI can do if it is not managed responsibly. Absolutely.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. All right, now a real question because.
Well, so you're not going to provide the context.
Chewy, will you have a robot? Like when there are, when you could have a robot assistant that could go to the store for you, do everything for you.
He loves going to the grocery store too much.
I've got too much time, Craig, to have a robot.
He loves going.
As cool as it.
Will you be pissed off when the robot's cut in front of you in line at the grocery store?
Now, if the robot would go to me and interact with me on Saturday lunch, little liquid lunch. Liquid lunch. I don't need to say anymore. I guess.
And then drive you home.
I'd be
and then the robot can drive you home from your lunch.
Oh, yeah, I would buy but to clean the house, I'm not. No one touches the lawn except for me. It's just.
What if the robot just watched you do the lawn?
I believe
and told
lawn care is a hobby. Okay, yes, it is a hobby. I think if you put it on the poll, I'd get 10%.
Yeah. No, but that is the point. The point is with these robots and with AI, the things we do aren't going to be because we have to do them. It's because we enjoy doing them. So you could have your robot watch you do the lawn and just tell you what a great job you're doing on the lawn.
Glamour robot?
What?
Glamour robot. You could have Glamour with you in Florida.
Joshy, and I know you're in my camp. I don't need to spend $50,000 on a robot. To have, Josh, I could say, hey, I'm covering everything.
Okay.
Meet me at this place on Saturday.
So I don't know if you saw this online yesterday, Craig. Here, I'll kind of scooch this the best you can see it.
I do see the picture. Can you just scooch the picture of Chewy so that people who are watching on YouTube can see the Chewy picture?
Yes, yeah, we will. So, yeah, we've got that as well.
Don't do that. That's deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah. But here is a video, Craig, that we were talking about earlier today that made everybody uncomfortable. A new app that is available using AI to keep your loved ones alive.
He's getting bigger. See? Oh, honey, that's wonderful. Kicking like crazy.
He's listening. Put your hand on your tummy and hum to him. You used to love that.
Oh, I predicted
feels like he's dancing in there.
Oh, honey.
Mom, would you tell Charlie that bedtime story you always used to tell me?
God, it just feels like a Stephen King
the premise of that video is that her mother is obviously no longer with us, and she took a video of her mother before she passed away and now can use this app to always have her mom and have these awkward conversations with someone who's not actually her mother.
Yeah, well, you're saying awkward, but I think that will be normalized. I don't think that will be
it's not
awkward.
I hope that's not normalized.
Why?
Because it's not real. Like, that's not a real conversation. Like, having an actual relationship with someone, and I used the example of before, and I'll keep it quicker this time, but when I played the Old Course for the first time, like, I love golf, and golf is an important part of, and my grandfather is somebody who got me into golf, but he's been passed away for almost 20 years at this point, and I thought of him as I was walking up the 18th, and I would have loved to have a conversation with him about the Old Course, because he never went to Scotland, he never played over there, but I can't, because he's no longer with us, and not having that real conversation, that to me is just such an empty feeling.
Right. That's for
like,
you.
and that's it, because it's just not real. It doesn't actually exist. The app can't. The app can recreate.
So will you not play golf on a simulator?
Yeah, no, I do that throughout the course, but it's not the real thing.
Right. But you still do it in the winter.
Sure, but
when
it's
you
not
can't
an
go
emotional.
to the Old Course every day. It's not the same. It's not emotionally as connected as being on the Old Course. But if you have a simulator and you're playing the Old Course, or you can't afford to go there, then it's an alternative that you have that is not the same as the real thing.
And I feel it also prevents you from actually dealing with your real emotions and feelings around that person no longer being with us.
It's creepy.
Yeah, I think it's everything, right? But I think it's going to be the reality of it. And I think the crazier thing is, like, at what age do you save your mom? Like, do you have your mom when she's 30 or 40 or 50 or 20 or 10? Like, it's all, the whole world is going to change with all of this. And I think different people are going to connect to it in different ways. And I think you're right, how people deal with emotions and deal with feelings, but maybe it's going to allow certain people to get to a place that they haven't been able to get to without, having the closure that they felt like they had. Who knows?
What do we think that would do to the wiring of a child's brain who grew up with a grandmother that was never there, but then was made live again in some way via AI, and then somehow now having to determine the difference between real and AI?
I mean, I think it's going to be pretty, normalized to be like, oh, how many grandparents do you have?
Yeah.
How many grandparents do you have? Oh, I have 2 who are IRL and 2 who are on an app.
I understand the normalization of that. I think you're absolutely right there. But I'm talking about what that does to our little brains and the affecting of, like, how somebody is determining real and fake, and then withdrawal from society because they're relying on things that aren't actually there, and socialization.
Because their virtual parents give them the answers they want, where their actual parents don't give them the answers they want. Like, sure, there's going to be a whole set of challenges, right? Just like the internet, right? When the internet came, it changed. It's just the next version of where things are going. I mean, every generation, it's like, oh, they have Elvis Presley on the TV channels. We're all going to lose our minds over this. Like, that's just how innovation and technology happens.
All right, can I ask a real question now?
Please.
Yes, is it about
I think these were the realest questions we could have
You know what?
Okay.
If you live in my world,
are the Seahawks or Buccaneers?
No, if you live in my world, you don't have to worry about it. So just live in my world.
Wait, so Chewy, this is the first
live
week.
in my world.
This is the first week that someone good is going to win in the entire NFL season, because the Rams are playing the Seahawks. So unless they tie, we're actually going to have a good team win this week, and we're going to have to say that someone is a good team.
I would agree, but my question to you is, what does Matt LaFleur have to do this season to retain his job? And if he does retain his job, what does he have to do to get a contract extension?
I guess I'm not even thinking his job should be on the line, like, right now. Like, I think when you look around the league, like, they are kind of where everyone else should. McDermott in Buffalo, is his job on the line?
Yeah, yes.
Should Andy Reid's job be on the line right now?
No.
Like,
when you go to 7,000 straight Super Bowls, your job's not on the line.
This is kind of where everyone is. It's like right now, I'm so frustrated that the Bucs lost to the Hornets, but like the Bucs are tied with like everybody for like this pretty much the second best record in the Eastern Conference right now, and like the Packers are just part of what the NFC and what the NFL are this year. So I think, Chewy, I think there are questions right now, and obviously if they lose this game, right, I think we're going to look at this as like, wow, they're not just playing down to the Panthers and like, oh, wow, now their offense couldn't score in the entire first half and lost the Eagles. Like, this is something, right? And it's either going to be Jordan Love or LaFleur, and Jordan Love's got the long-term contract, right? So I get where you're going with it, but I just think it's too early. I think they win this week.
agree.
I think it all gets settled, and I think they're one of the better teams in the NFC.
All right, to get a contract extension, what does he have to do?
Guess they need to either win the division or win a playoff game.
To get a contract extension, doesn't he need to do more than that?
I think either of those gets it done.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Because don't you think either of those is a pretty good accomplishment? Given the parity that exists in the league? Like, you're going to have to beat someone pretty good to win a playoff game. And if you win this division, this is a pretty darn good division.
And that's something that they haven't done with Jordan Love at quarterback.
Yeah. So I think either of those shows that they're still on the right track. And the fan base is really down on LaFleur right now, right? Like, he's the guy, he is the target of all of this.
Correct.
It's not Jordan Love.
Correct.
Yeah. It's understandable, but I think it's early, and I think, one game could make things feel very different.
Craig, not this game.
Craig, always appreciate you stopping in on Fridays.
Jameis Winston, baby.
Let me tell you about our good friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When it comes to your home, the smart play, trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella. So many of us have here at ESPN Milwaukee. I've trusted them with my front door, but maybe you're looking for windows, and this month you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 72 months. That's a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense played by the Pella windows, stopping the drive. So don't wait. Schedule that free. That's right, free consultation today. PellaWI.com.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. This season, the Bucs are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucs podcast, narrated by Bucs legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucs on the Bucs Plus audio network. Behind the Bucs is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucs.com/plus, the Bucs app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Third-year tight end Luke Musgrave has been thrusted into a bigger position after the Packers lost star tight end Tucker Kraft to a season-ending ACL injury after a loss to Carolina 2 weeks ago. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenovich evaluates Musgrave's first game as the starter.
He did a good job for the most part. I'd like to see, him just keep taking steps forward. One big thing for him is just going to be keep being a force in the run game, and how can he just help us in that area?
The Packers look to get the run game going and the offense back on track Sunday at noon against the New York Giants. Packers 7.5-point road favorites. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. And we have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's
kit.
a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
My father would always say, and there's a rhyme and a reason to it, he said, if you wear your rubbers in the house, you'll go blind. Do the 2 youngsters on the show here even know what rubbers are? I'm talking the ones that go over the shoes.
On 94.5 ESPN.
What did we put on the old Jen, Gabe, and Chewy poll today?
Well, I posted a bunch of polls on the YouTube chat.
Okay.
Shout out to our friends at Infinity Exteriors.
Mm-hmm.
I did post another one, though, and you're going to have to give me a second here to
Oh,
find
I've got
it.
you put up, do you believe Matt LaFleur is a top 10 play caller in the NFL? 77% of people say no.
And that was the same exact sentiment, pretty much in line with the exact numbers on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Those audiences aren't necessarily the same. So.
Did you poll, at least on YouTube, is 1 syllable better than 2?
I didn't.
No, come on. The only one I wanted to know the result of.
That's so weak.
I wanted to know if the people felt that 1 syllable is better than 2. But I guess we'll have to save that for next week.
It's a great mystery we can find out here in the near future.
Willie and Tausch is coming up next.
Southbound on 41 backing up from